Well, I knew I was going to have to do this, but I didn't know I was going to be doing this soon. Hey guys, how's it going out there? Well, you guys know what this means when I'm standing in front of the Sonic movie poster and when I have my Sonic movie shirt on. You know what's coming and what you guys are expecting for this week. That's right. This is another Sonic movie updates video. Now, just to remind you, the intro is a little bit different because, God, I missed that intro. But yeah, so this is Sonic Movie 2 updates. This is season 2 of the Sonic movie updates. I got done, like a few weeks ago, I got done with the Sonic movie updates for the first film, right when I got the Blu-ray and all that stuff, well, the Steelbook with the 4K and Blu-ray, and I thought I was done because I did not expect for us to be getting a news and a little bit of other things too to go with this news. So then I was just like, oh, okay, like, I might as well do like a little quick video about this, so then we can start up the second season with the Sonic Movie 2 updates with a really good start. So now I'm going to be telling you guys basically about what we know so far, or what I know so far, and then just like a few other things that I've learned from rumors from like a few weeks ago or from like a few months ago, and then be telling you guys everything that I know or anything that I have my thoughts on with this video. So this might be a short video, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy. So just get like a few things out of the way. I'm just going to tell you guys really quickly about the things that we already got from the news for the Sonic movie 2. So basically, people who worked on the movie behind the scenes of the first film, the people who worked behind the scenes of the first film, they're coming back, and also all the actors from the first film are coming back. So at least that's really cool that everybody that worked on the first film, from on camera and behind camera, are coming back, so that's really cool. So now, since we got all that stuff out of the way, now let's just talk about a few other things. So now, obviously, I don't know if it was Jeff Feller or someone from Paramount or someone who worked on the Sonic movie, they're saying that they want to dig deep into the Sonic universe, which I think that's really cool because the first Sonic film was an origin story. You had Sonic's backstory and Dr. Robotnik's backstory. So then now their relationship or their stories can flow through the second film, so that's really cool. And plus, like I've said before in my other Sonic movie updates videos, that the Sonic universe, they waited for the perfect time to make a live-action movie or in some form make a Sonic movie, because the Sonic universe is massive, it's huge, with so many characters, locations, power-ups, and so much more. So it's just kind of like you can easily take that a certain idea and come up with a fantastic idea for it and just run with it. So it's just like there's just so much, and it's just massive. So they want to start digging deep, which I'm actually really happy about, and plus it makes me geek out so much because I love Sonic. So, I mean, I grew up with Sonic, so it was just kind of like dreaming about a movie since I was 8 years old, and I finally got it, and then now the movie that I've been wanting for years, getting a sequel, that's really awesome. But what I'm thinking is that this can go either way for them digging deep into the Sonic universe. I didn't really think about this until just like a few days ago, until when I heard about the news. So, usually when people want to make like a series of films, they end up trying to make a trilogy, so they end up making 3 movies. But I know like there's always like more and more films if there's like a really long series. But I've noticed like there's a lot of movies out there that only make 3 films and only make a trilogy. And I think that most likely this is probably where the Sonic films will probably take that route, is probably making 3 films and make a trilogy of films. But if they're planning on making 3 films, don't go too deep and don't go into full, just don't go like overboard or extreme on the second film into the Sonic universe. Take some time, because there's a couple of other things that we're going to need to know during the second film and during the second process or the second stage of the film. So I'll be getting to that pretty soon. So then it's just like, because we got 2 characters that will be making appearances and be having their origin stories. Now, we know one character for sure for the Sonic universe will be in the second film because he was at the end of the first film, and rumors are going around that Knuckles will be making his debut in the second film, in the second live-action film. So it's just kind of like, so obviously you got Tails, which is going to have his origin story, and then most likely Knuckles, that will have his origin story. So you gotta want to keep it as an origin story when the actual film actually flows with the continuation. So what I mean by that is just like, because you got the continuation with Sonic and Dr. Robotnik, their story is gonna flow through when you have an origin story. So you gotta want to balance out between the two. And then maybe during the third film, when we don't have like, when all the characters already have their backstories or all their origin stories all done, then you can do like this big old shebang during the third film. But who knows? I mean, like, if they are planning on only making 2 films, I mean, we're lucky enough that Sonic is getting a second film. I mean, like, it's probably going to be a while since that, until Sonic 3 might come out, so, but it's just kind of like, if they're only planning on making 2 films and just be done with it, then I could see maybe like doing like a full shebang. Like maybe make the movie a tad longer than the first movie's running time. But it was a good pace. I mean, like, the first movie was probably maybe like an hour and 40 minutes long, or like an hour and 35. So it's just kind of like, maybe just push it just like the time limit, just like a hair longer. So then maybe in the beginning, the first act, you can have the origin story of Tails, introducing Tails, and then maybe after the first phase of the first act, going into the second act, introduce Knuckles or the villain or whatever, and then in the third act, then just have a big blowout. But if this series of movies is going to be making 3 films, then just don't cram everything at once, because certain films, mostly what I've seen, Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they try to cram so much that it didn't do so well. I mean, like with The Amazing Spider-Man, they had Electro, they had like the Rhino, they had this and that and all these things. And the only reason why that was because The Amazing Spider-Man 2 it was almost kind of like a commercial kind of movie, to where like right after The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they wanted to make all these other spin-offs and make other movies. And it was just kind of like, they didn't want, I guess that they were more focused on doing that they didn't really pay attention to Spider-Man. But I mean, like, that might be just like a whole entire different level, but it's just kind of like, if you cram things all at once, you're gonna need to do really well with the writing process. But it's just kind of like, but with the Sonic movies, there's only like just 2 characters that will be making their debut in the second film, and then that's it. But who knows? But as the route of the movies are going, most likely there might be 2 films, but if we're lucky, 3 films. But who knows? So that's what I wanted to say about it. If they want to go in, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I love it that they want to go into more details. They want to dig deep into the Sonic universe. I would love to see how far they can go. But there's a few things that they're going to need to introduce during the second film. Like, for instance, like I just said, like a couple of times, Tails and Knuckles. They're both going to be making their debut if Knuckles will be in the second film. And then also, if you're going to have Knuckles, you're going to need to introduce the Chaos Emeralds as well. So that's going to take a little bit more time as well to introduce that. Then also introducing Dr. Robotnik, like where he's from, what he's doing and all that stuff. So then it's just kind of like, you're going to need to introduce him, and then also maybe like the bigger villain at the end, if they're going to, as a cliffhanger for the third film, if there is, for like the main villain for the third film or something like that. So yeah, so it's just kind of like, just plan ahead. They're going to need to plan ahead before they dig deep. The third film, I would say, make it massive and go with this big explosion with all kinds of Sonic goodness. But if they are planning on making 2 films, like I said, just maybe make the time limit just a little bit longer. So then it's just kind of like we can get introduced to all the stuff during like the first act and the second act. Then the third act, just do this big, massive Sonic goodness explosion. So now the other thing that I want to talk about is actually the characters that will be making their biggest debut. So first off, I want to talk about Tails. Like I said, Tails is going to be in the second film. And the voice actress that did the voice of Tails for the ending of the first Sonic movie, she's really good. I mean, I heard her voice. She done Tails in Sonic Boom, the series, and then plus like a few other games. And I believe she probably might have done like another Sonic series. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm very happy that they had her doing the voice of Tails. The next thing I want to talk about is actually Knuckles. Like I said, biggest rumors are going around that Knuckles will be in the second film and be making his big debut. So, like I said, I think I might have said it in my second part of my theories of Sonic Movie 2, and I think I did say, like, forget about Shadow and Metal Sonic, make Knuckles the bounty hunter and make him somewhat of a villain in the second film. That's what's probably gonna happen. I think I know that will happen because I don't know, like it's just like the route how it's going, it might work out that way. And plus Sonic X, I think Sonic and Knuckles were kind of enemies or rivals or something because there was like that one fight scene in Sonic X. So that was where I'm kind of going with the snowball because these movies feel like they're following with Sonic X. But yeah, but this can go entirely different. But one of the things I want to talk about is actually the voice actor that they want for Knuckles, and that is Dwayne Johnson. Now, I was thinking about this really hard until a couple of people have actually done videos on YouTube. They did it to where like they had photos of Knuckles or clips of Knuckles as the cartoon form, and then they had the audio of Dwayne Johnson doing like his audio under the photos or videos, and then you can actually, to be honest with you, I can hear it. I can actually, like, it's burned in my brain that I can picture and I can see this happening. Like, Dwayne Johnson's voice is kind of similar to the guy that's doing the voice of Knuckles, did the voice of Knuckles, I believe, in the Sonic X series. Like, I don't know, that's just kind of my theory. I just know that this is a rumor, so it's just kind of like, I can really picture Dwayne Johnson doing the voice. And then plus, if they do that, then that's the biggest Easter egg that the first film gave us. I mean, like, the Echidna clan in the beginning, you know Knuckles is there somewhere, and then plus when Sonic said, "Where am I? Where years it? Is the Rock president?" Then that would be the biggest Easter eggs of all time if that happens for the second film. And then also Tom and Maddie. I hope that they don't leave those two out. I hope that Tom and Maddie will have maybe still like a big part. I hope they don't focus on Dr. Robotnik, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and more about the Sonic universe. And I hope that Tom and Maddie will still be in the second film or have like a good amount of screen time in the second film. The last thing I want to talk about is Jim Carrey himself, Dr. Robotnik. Now, when Jim Carrey did the first film, we did not see how crazy Jim Carrey can get. We just saw the beginning portion of it, and that's where you get chills. Because you know Jim Carrey can go even further with this character. Jim Carrey was probably holding back, and then like when the second film starts, and that's when he can break off those brakes and just go. I mean, Jim Carrey was really good. I had chills by the end when he was in the mushroom world and he goes, "I'll be home by Christmas," and you see him getting a little bit more creepy. Yeah, a little bit more creepy. That's the word I'm looking for Dr. Robotnik. So it's just kind of like, I'm very, very excited to see how far Jim Carrey can take this Dr. Robotnik character. If he can go even further with this character. I'm very excited to see how far he can go with it. Then the Sonic universe. Who knows, maybe that they might go into like different worlds this time instead of being the Sonic characters being in our world. Or maybe they'll just try to figure out maybe having our world still being the main focus, maybe, I don't know. But it would be really cool to see like some of the worlds from the Sonic games into the second film. Like, that would be really cool. But Most likely, I think it would probably be in our world. So there you go, you guys. That is the end of the first episode of Season 2. Season 2 of the Sonic movie updates for Sonic Movie 2. So that's it, you guys. Comment down below what you guys think about this whole entire Sonic movie news. So anyways, you guys, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Peace.